Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So I'm hoping this week is going to be a quick spread. My daughter has her last 2 softball games on Friday and Saturday until tournaments, so I want to make this a softball theme, and I will link the images down below, but the quotes and the boxes I did do myself. But like I said, I will link the images down below. I printed the girls in 2 different sizes because it seemed like the ones that I originally printed were huge, so I did print them smaller as well. I do end up using the larger ones since I am on vacation this week and we will be doing fun things, and I will not be doing any housework, yard work, or projects or anything like that. So I do not want to put a lot of lines on my spread, maybe a few in case I want to make some notes, but I knew that I wanted this to be my focal point, so I did go ahead and get that ball field down. And then I am going to grab the larger girls. Like I said, I originally thought these were huge, but once I figured out that I wasn't going to use my planner for a lot of plans this week, I was going to use it more for memory keeping, the bigger version of the girls was good. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put them on the line or up a little higher, so I didn't lay them down all the way. And then I had pulled some washi tape, but decided that I wanted to pull in some green from the ball field picture because I don't have any other green going on in the spread. So I wanted to pull it all together with some green washi tape. I felt like this grid washi tape went the best with the ballpark green that was going on. So I did pull this, and I'm sure I've used it multiple times before. This is just a really easy washi tape to match. So I did put that under the girls' feet so they weren't floating. I originally thought maybe I'd put them on that black line, but I felt like they were too low on the page, so I liked how the washi tape was able to bring them up a little bit and make it so they weren't floating in air. So now that I have my 2 big images down, I do want to go ahead and get some functional things down on the page. I do have plans for the week. They're fun things. We're going horseback riding one day and ziplining one day. And then my daughter has softball on Friday and Saturday. We have a soccer party. So all those things, I want to make sure that I leave space to note all those things. So like I said, I wanted to get those big images down first, just so they were where I wanted them to be, and then do my functional stuff so that I didn't over decorate and didn't have enough space for my functional planning. So I did go ahead and start on Friday and Saturday because I wanted those boxes with the images on it for my daughter's games. So that easily will tell me that those are softball games. So then I went back and I put the stickers for everything else. Like, my daughter also has a doctor's appointment on Friday. She broke her finger and we just need to get it checked out before her 2 games. So we're hoping that she will be out of her soft cast by then and will be able to play. Probably not pitching, but hopefully being able to play. So then I just went ahead and balanced out the colors of the stickers. I wanted some yellow and some red everywhere. I didn't want like groups of yellow and groups of red, if that makes sense. So I did try to space out the colors. And then this quote I also printed out in 2 different sizes, and I liked how the smaller one fit better, so I did go with the smaller one. And that quote just says, "You can always tell who the good players are. They are the ones building each other up instead of tearing each other down." And then I wanted to get some of these neon yellow stickers down. And this first one says, "Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game." And then I'm not really sure where else I want to put the other 2, but I do have that empty space by the field. So I thought that I would try and fill some of that space up with one of these quotes. And this one says, "When life throws you curveballs, grab a bat and swing." So I thought this would be the perfect place to put some of those bat stickers. So I did go ahead and do that. I'm not loving that little area yet, so I will revisit it. But I wanted to get another one of the girls down on the page, and I originally started putting it on the left, and then I jumped and put it over at the right, and then realized that those were really the only girls I had printed out. So I didn't want all the girls on the right-hand side of the page, so I did go back and move her over to the left-hand side. I was trying to get it so that her back side wasn't floating. I wanted it to look like she was standing behind something. So that's why I did go ahead and just tuck her over top of that yellow box and right on top. I literally put the top of her butt, or the bottom of her butt, right at the top of that neon yellow quote. So then I was trying to figure out where else I could put a neon quote over on the right-hand side of the page so that I could balance everything out. And I just decided to go ahead and put it on the weekend. This is Father's Day too, so I really don't think we'll be getting much done on the weekend either. But I would like to reset. So that one says, sometimes the only fair thing in life is a ball hit between first and third. So those are my quotes. And then I decided that I wanted to find a place to bring more of the neon color in, as well as some more of the green. So I did put the green down with the bats. I like how it grounded them, and then I went ahead and put another one of those neon yellow balls on the page. So I did like how that started to pull that little cluster of things together. I also didn't like how there was a bunch of white space underneath the field area, and I also did not print out any large boxes, which is weird for me because I always use at least one larger box for my meal plans. So I did decide to grab these medium-sized boxes and trim off one edge and overlap them. And I wish it would have been super easy if I had used a Happy Planner sticker or Mojo Jojo Plans or any of those stickers. They would have been much easier to overlap, but the margins, the color margins around my sticker are not matching up because my Cricut is not aligned. I'm assuming it's because I move my Cricut in between times that I use it. I have to pull it out and put it back away. I don't have a good place for it to just sit out and live. So I am moving it back and forth, and I just think it needs recalibrated again. I just don't like to waste the paper and the ink to do that, but I will probably have to start doing that more frequently. Did finally get it so that the margins were pretty close to being lined up, and I went ahead and got that bigger sticker down below the field. And I feel like it's not getting tied in to the rest of the page, so I did take some more of the green washi tape and find a place to tuck it so that it kind of brought it into the spread and it didn't just kind of sit off on the page by itself. So I liked that. And then I decided that I probably should tuck some of the green washi tape a few other places just to bring the green across the entire page. So I did find a little place on Saturday to tuck it, and then I tucked it under that box on Tuesday as well. And I really like how it brought it together, and it wasn't just like the green was living towards the bottom of the page. I also decided that I did need a place for my meal plans, so I took 2 of the medium-sized yellow boxes and then a small yellow box, and I trimmed off the long edge of both ends of the small yellow box and overlapped it with the medium-sized boxes. Again, the lines and the margins aren't matched up perfectly, but it'll work for this week and it'll be fine. I will try to get my Cricut printing and cutting properly for next time. So I will just tuck it under the light a little bit, and that will be the area for my meal plans for the week. I also thought about putting a bat up towards the top under June, and I just didn't like how dark it was and how big it was. If I had printed other size bats, I think it would have been okay, but I decided not to do that. The last thing I'm going to do, I think it's the last thing, I'm going to put some lines in. Like I said, on Sunday, I would like to spend some time resetting and getting ready for the next week. I don't like to go into a week unprepared, especially when I'm coming back from vacation and I know there'll be a lot of things that I need to catch up on at work as well. And then I did go ahead and put some lines in for my meal plans. I like how it balanced both sides of the page with the lines. And I also have trouble writing in straight lines in that big of a box, so I appreciate lines for my meal plans. As I'm looking over my page, the only thing that is drawing my eye a little bit is I feel like the bottom right-hand side is very red heavy. And so I think I want to put a little bit more red towards the top left in the opposite area, just to balance things out a little bit more. So I did go ahead and put the small box above the meal area, and I'll just write meal plans or dinners or something like that at the top. And I like how that balances that heavy amount of red on the girls' shirts. So this is my spread for the week. I hope everyone's having a great June, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!